Hello everyone, welcome back to ECUANDKEY channel. So today we have a 2011 Mercedes C300 with a bad engine ECU. And we have another identical one which belongs to another vehicle. So we cannot just put it on the car or program it with the OEM softwares or anything because it's been activated by another car. And we need to deactivate this module and then write the coding files and the immobilizer information from the original module to the new module ECU. So, the batch number is printed right on the bottom of it, and it's a ME 9.7 type of ECU. And if you look at the old one, it's the 9.7 type of ECU, but the Bosch part numbers are slightly different. And this can cause a problem even during the programming, and even if the programming goes through, the car might not start. Or it might not give you any problems, but it's kind of risky. But if you are changing a 9.7 type of ECU on a Mercedes-Benz, this is exactly what you need to do. If the modules are fine and if the part numbers are fine, your car should be able to start after what we're going to do right now. So let's go to the immobilizer, press accept, choose your car brand, and we're gonna go to export selection. So that way we have a wider range of selections on the functions. And then we choose the engine ECU function. So before we do anything, we need to go to the wiring diagram. Okay, so in this video we're working with a G-box on the bench, but you do not have to have a G-box. Without the G-box, it's a little more hassle, but it's possible for you to do it. So you find your ECU model, which for us is an ME 9.7. Okay, and if you chose the G-box, this is the connection diagram that the device will show you. We have 4 wires coming out of it: ground power, CAN high, and CAN wall. And it's very simple. We have 2 power lines at 15 and 16. And then 41 and 54 is a CAN high and CAN low, and number 2 is the ground. So we already did the setup. This part of the diagram shows you the DB15 cable is plugged into the G-box, and these go into the pins on the ECU, and the 12-volt external power supply is connected to the OBD extension that comes from the G-box. So our power supply comes from here, so we're not using an adapter. From the wall, because with this device we can adjust the voltage. So when we get it from the wall, we get about 11.70 or 11.80, which is not healthy for the ECU because something can go wrong. And if this problem occurs, we might not be able to reverse the problem, and it might just break the module. So because we want it to be a safe operation, we're using the solder station, and it has some voltage outputs for it to stay steady. So our suggestion here is that if you're doing this, make sure your connections are perfectly fine before you start doing anything, because we don't want anything to go wrong during the programming. So it's suggested that before you start programming, you check everything and make sure that everything is connected perfectly. If all the connections are right, when you click on Read Engine Information or ECU, the device should be able to build a communication line between the device is trying to communicate the module. Okay, so this part is the ECU-based data. And we're gonna press OK. So it asks you if you want to save the engine ECU data, and this is the location where it's been saved, and you can take a picture of it to remember it. Okay, so right now we have the original ECU connected to the IM600 Autel tablet right now. So we just read the engine ECU information. So now we also want to read the coding of the car. So we click on Backup Coding, and this will back up the SCN coding. And if you don't have the online working Eccentric, that might be a problem. So it asks you if the G-Box has been used, and the device saved all the information it took from the coding. And it just backed up the coding file in your device. Now we're gonna plug in the new ECU. And we're gonna start doing some things, and we're gonna start the operation on this one. Okay, so based on the diagram showed on the device, we did the connections on the donor ECU. And it's just the same exact way as the original ECU that we did. So now we have the donor computer connected to the IM608. So let's first check if we have a proper communication with this module. So in the information here, it tells you if it's personalized and if it's activated. And the answer to both of these are shown as no. So on this part, we want to renew engine ECU. So we want to virginize our ECU. And it asks you if everything is connected properly, and if it is, you can press yes. Now, this ECU has already been virginized, but in this video we will show you guys how to do it. Okay, and the device will give you a password. And we erase the password. It will calculate to erase your password in the service of Autel. So now this module is supposed to be renewed. So we again click on Engine ECU. And it told us that it's not activated or personalized, but let's see what the results are this time. Okay, so right now what we could do is, let's say we renewed the ECU now, so we can write an engine ECU VIN number. So we click on writing the VIN number, and I will do the ECU first. You choose your VIN number and then you press OK. So it will first write the VIN number into ECU before you do anything else. So next step is to load the ECU information, and we choose the last one that was right here, and it's the one that we received from the original ECU. Okay, so we finished loading the ECU information. Now we're gonna write the engine ECU data. And again, we say everything is connected properly and we're using the G box. So we click yes. So now it will write that information that we read from the module into here. All the key information and all the immobilizer information will be written here. Then we press OK, and it will ask us to choose the file again, so we choose the last one. So now it's going to write the file into the engine ECU. So the writing is successful. And now all we have to do is write the information on the SC encoding from the original computer on bench and yes. And this is our SC encoding file that we read from the original computer, and that's the VIN number. Coding is also completed. So, because it's not activated at this moment, let's press activate. You can only do this action if the car doesn't start, because of EIS problems or the ignition switch problems, and it will just remember the system for you. But on this particular module, we don't actually need to do this. Now, if you let the device read the ECU information, it's going to be the same exact information as the original one. Now we're gonna see all the information here. Now it says it's personalized, it's just not activated. Once into the engine, or once you plug the engine computer to the car, once you connect the ECU to the CAN bus network, once it sees and starts talking to the EIS, it will activate itself automatically. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments or in the group or forum section of the website. Drop your suggestion for any other modules that you'd like to see us program. See you in the next video. Bye!